So You Think You Got Troubles, 9:30 tomorrow morning.
For Turkey Day, you'll meet their families, and if you listen real hard, you might pick up a secret recipe or two.
Thanksgiving Day with the Soap Stars, tonight on Eyewitness News at 5.
Happy Holiday from Channel 7.
I'm not sure I can sleep tonight with everything going on.
I don't think I will either.
Honey, what happened could be the beginning of a disaster.
I know. It's a terrifying idea. With one agent dead, another critically injured, third on the run, it means that someone has a sample of that secret list of agents and is getting dangerously close to the full list. On top of that, we find ourselves with a dead man here in Monticello who may be linked to, of all people, Schuyler Whitney.
You know, what was the real shocker for me was the sketch of his bedroom. My goodness, could we have been wrong all this time? I mean, is the man the CEA should have been after Schuyler Whitney instead of Ian Devereaux?
Perhaps. Wouldn't that be ironic when you think about Raven?
Oh, yes, yes. We've been encouraging her to set her sights for a man who may be the wrong one.
Well, you know that David Cameron thinks both Sky and Ian Devereaux may be involved. If not together, then in competition for the same prize.
Meaning Sky has the phone book and Devereaux wants it.
Possibly, but it boggles the imagination. Why would a man with Whitney's wealth be involved in something like this?
Oh, honey, who knows? Maybe he's a wild-eyed idealist. How about that?
Or perhaps he's just a crazy adventurer who got involved for no other reasons than excitement and danger.
Well, that's a pretty risky business, get yourself involved in an act of treason just for fun and games.
It's not unknown. And after all, Sky Whitney was a spoiled, bored, very rich kid. The privileges of wealth were handed to him, so he may have wanted something more thrilling than just balancing his bank book.
Well, who knows what motivates the Whitneys and the Devereaux of this world. All I know is that they pose a real threat to this country.
Of course, we shouldn't speculate. We don't even know if Sky Whitney's involved, because we don't know what's in that safe.
What's the matter with you, Raven? Did you know enough coming out of the rain?
I tried. I was downstairs knocking and ringing the doorbell for about an hour.
You're exaggerating. You were there for maybe a couple of minutes.
I was not. I look like hell, don't I?
Well, yeah, you do, but...
You don't have to agree with me.
Now, wait a minute. Let me finish. I was saying that... I've never seen you more adorable. Now, why don't you get out of these wet clothes?
The Edge of Night is brought to you by High Point Coffee, the coffee lovers decaffeinated, and by Bounce. It gets clothes soft, free of static cling, and gives them long-lasting freshness.
Are you using the wrong machine to soften clothes?
I use the liquid in the washer. You should use Bounce in the dryer. My clothes are soft. Here, feel Bounce. Soft. But my clothes don't cling. Usually, Bounce gets that static cling out better. See? Because Bounce does its thing in the dryer where static starts. Well, my wash smells nice. But not like this. That's fresh. And they'll be fresh smelling longer than your liquid because Bounce's freshness don't get rinsed out. No liquid or sheet has that terrific scent. Guess I've been using the wrong machine. And the wrong softener. For years. But not for long.
Bounce or new unscented Bounce, the right softener for the right machine.
Thank you. Rushing for an 8 o'clock curtain every night means giving up a lot of things, but coffee isn't one of them.
I always have time for my favorite instant, High Point decaffeinated. I don't want extra caffeine. I'm active enough, thank you. But I am a coffee lover, so I expect more. Like this delicious aroma. And just look at this deep, rich color. Of course, coffee lovers know it all comes down to taste. That's rich. You know what makes High Point taste so good? Deep brewed flavor.
Try Deep Brewed High Point. It's the coffee lover's decaffeinated.
You're gonna love it.
last customer, Eddie. Your lights out time in a few minutes.
Yeah, okay.
Here, let me give you a hand with that. There you go.
Thanks.
Did you get any dinner tonight? We got some turkey left in the kitchen.
Nah, I drank my dinner tonight.
Yeah, I can tell. You're about half in the bag.
No, about 3/4, that's all.
Give me your car keys.
What?
I said, give me your car keys. You're not getting behind the wheel of any car tonight.
Hey, how am I going to get home? I got to drive. I'm in no shape to walk.
Well, they've got taxi cabs in this whole city.
All right, so I'll take a taxi.
I'll give him a call.
Why don't you wait a few minutes? Let me finish my drink. Come on, this is the last one for the road, okay?
Sure. Why not?
You know, I hate to leave this place every night after we get done work. I love this little joint. Look at those cute little tables. Silly little, what are they, company lampstands? Crazy little jukebox. You know, if this place had a shower, I think I'd move right in.
Just like home, huh?
Only better. You know, and of all the joints in this town, and every place in this town, is there any place that feels like home?
Oh, you are full of bourbon and baloney, aren't you?
Hey, it ain't the bourbon, it ain't the baloney, it's the truth. You know something, Sid? Sometimes I think you're the whole best friend I ever got in this damn world.
Come on.
I mean it. I mean, I had a friend once, you know. I thought he was the real McCoy, you know? Turned out to be a bum. Instead of friendship, he gave me a raw deal.
How?
We was partners, you know? Only he was robbing me behind my back. That was some blow. I mean, we was close, like we was like brothers, you understand? I couldn't believe it. And one morning I woke up, found I was $200,000 short. I believed it all right.
That's a rough deal, Eddie.
I still miss that bum. You ready for that? Talk about funny. Even after he got accidentally killed, you know, by some hit-and-run driver who accidentally ran him over. So he died accidentally.
Hit and run, huh?
Yeah, I paid for the whole funeral, everything. The box, the cars, the booze, the flowers. I even took care of his kid sister, and that was the biggest mistake I ever made in my life. She was nothing but trouble. She comes in here once in a while. Her name is Poppy. I think you met her. She's a jailbird. More than once. You know, and every time she got a slammer, I'd try to help her out. You know, I'd give her some money and try to get her a job. You know, I'd give her a profession, something that, you know, she would give her a little class. You know what I mean?
That's nice of you, Eddie.
Yeah. It's my trouble, Sid. I got a very, very soft heart. Only nobody knows that about me. It's true.
Nobody knows they got a heart till they can give it away.
Yeah, that's very smart, you know what I mean? I could do that. I could give my heart to somebody. Somebody like you, maybe. You know what I mean?
Hey, babe.
Evening.
How you doing?
What's yours?
Oh, I don't know. You buying?
Sure, I just got paid.
Okay, I'll make it easy on you. I'll have a beer.
Same here.
Okay.
Nice, place you got here.
Yeah. Could do with a paint job. How'd you guys find us?
A friend recommended the place.
Oh?
Yeah, a guy named Joe Bowman. Remember him?
No.
Oh, maybe your memory's a bit rusty. He hasn't been dead that long, has he?
Yeah, a couple of weeks is all.
Well, when a guy croaks, I usually make it a rule to forget all about him.
Oh, yeah? How come?
Usually he owes a bar tab, and I don't like to think about it.
Really? Joe Bulmer owe you a bar tab?
Trying not to remember.
Yo, look, maybe you'll, have better luck with this guy. You remember him?
No.
He's a cop. He was a cop. Look, maybe the guy came in occasionally, you know, just to check the place out.
Not likely. He'd have no cause. I never have no trouble in him.
We're, not doing very well, are we?
No, not too well.
Do you see what I see?
Wait a second. Excuse me.
Oh,
doing in this dump?
That's funny. I was just going to ask you the same thing.
I work here, but I don't see that that's any of your business.
Oh, I see.
What do you mean, I see? Isn't that why you came in here in the first place, to find out what I'm doing?
As a matter of fact, it isn't. You know, I'm just as surprised to see you as you're surprised to see me.
Okay, we're both surprised. So what? Excuse me, I've got a lot of things to do.
Wait.
Lay off, Buster!
Hey, knock it off over there. I don't want no trouble in here, you hear?
There won't be any trouble. Don't worry. They're old friends.
Poppy, please, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make you mad. Will you come sit down and talk to me just for a minute?
Look, I have to work here, but that doesn't mean I have to have a drink here, too.
Poppy, please.
Unless that's an official order from the police department.
Poppy, you don't have to get tough with me. I just want to know how you are. What kind of job is this, anyway?
I'm waiting tables, and that's a job that suits me a whole lot better than all that secretarial stuff, I can tell you that.
Oh, come on. You don't belong in this joint, and you know it. You are degrading yourself deliberately.
Now, look here, big shot. Did you ever hear of a thing called rent? Well, you see, that's what you have to pay to have a roof over your head. And then there's food, and that's not free either. Or maybe you didn't know. You really make me laugh, you know that? I mean, how many times did you ask me to get away from Eddie Larmer? Get away from him, Poppy. Do you remember all that? Okay, yeah. Well, he goes his way, and I go mine. And you haven't stopped making judgments for a minute.
No, that's not true.
I'm
not
down on the ground where I always belong, dummy, but you were too stupid to notice. So why don't you just leave me to my kind of place and my kind of people, okay?
No, I'm not going to do that. Look, I'm still thinking about you, Poppy. I can't stop thinking about you.
Well, try harder.
Poppy, please. Look, just a minute.
Hey, maybe you didn't have me.
Listen to me for a minute. I can tell you how I feel about you. Okay. I let her go. I let her go.
Honey, look at you. You're drenched.
Oh, are my sinuses stuffed?
You need Dristan long-lasting nasal mist. It's deep penetrating, so it'll help clear your sinus congestion.
Look, in just seconds, Dristan shrinks swollen nasal membranes, penetrates deep to break through nasal congestion, helps open sinus passages, and helps keep them drained all day.
Hey, that Dristan sure does penetrate. My sinuses are feeling better already.
Dristan long-lasting spray helps clear sinus...
This day would ever end, did you?
No.
It seemed interminable.
Did you look in on Adam?
Of course I did. Don't I always?
Just wondered.
He's dead to the world.
I envy him. Yeah.
It's Jody. Okay, come in?
Sure it is.
Sorry to interrupt. I haven't seen either one of you all day.
Well, that's all right. Is everything okay with you?
Oh, fine. How are you, Miles?
Tired.
Well, I won't be more than a minute. I just felt I had to tell you something. And if I don't, I'm not going to get any sleep tonight.
Well, go ahead.
Well, it's something ridiculous, of course, but it's this. I don't know if you've seen it. It's from Malona Barnes' gossip column in the Star.
A healthy scandal may be brewing in Monticello medical circles. A certain well-respected GP with friends in high places has been quietly accused of sexual misbehavior by one of his patients. And this story is corroborated by the doc's own nurse.
Let me see that. The physician, a certain Dr. MC, has been playing doctor with more than one of his lovely female patients for years.
Oh, it's ridiculous, Jody. It's one of those ridiculous
Friends in high
items.
places are hushing up the incident, but Monticello medical authorities may think Dr. MC has taken too much license with his license.
Jody, it's just one of those meaningless things. They have to fill the...
Now, wait a minute.
Obvious.
Look, she might as well know what's going on. She's going to hear it from other sources, probably repeatedly.
Oh, Miles, please.
Stop it. Is any of this true?
Of course it's not.
But it is about you.
Supposedly,
Yes, and the informed source is none other than Nora Fulton.
Nora, again with Nora.
It's just her latest vendetta against the House of Kavanaugh, that's all.
Scene she staged in my office, an assault that never took place, and her accomplice was my office nurse, Barbara Montgomery.
Barbara? Why would Barbara agree to a lie like this?
She was upset because Miles fired her, and this was her way of getting revenge, I guess.
I'm sorry. I mean, I can understand why Nora Fulton would do something like this, as she has all that hate to motivate her, but Barbara, that's unbelievable.
Yeah, well, it happened. She backed up Nora's story.
Why did you fire Barbara in the first place?
I've never had a satisfactory answer to that question myself, Jody.
Well, whatever the reason, I'm sure it was justified.
Yes, as a matter of fact, it was.
Miles, is this article going to cause any trouble for you?
Listen, we have spent entirely too much time and energy on this little article. Let's just forget about it. It's not going to go any further than that stupid gossip column.
Right. We've given this too much importance. Good night.
Good night.
Jody.
She's very upset.
Today's newspaper is used to wrap tomorrow's fish. Isn't that the way it goes? I said, isn't that the way it goes?
Miles, why did you fire Barbara? You keep skirting around the issue, avoiding it. All right, I'm going to give you my little answer. Barbara is madly in love with you, isn't she? And you rejected her. And that's why she's doing all this.
Let's go to sleep.
I have here 43 folders of a university study. Each folder represents one family, and together they represent a victory in the continuing fight against cholesterol. Now, in 3 weeks, these people reduced serum cholesterol an average of 9.6%. How? By cutting down on saturated fats and cholesterol. They ate more chicken, fish, and vegetables, and for cooking and salads, they used Puritan oil, because Puritan is low in saturated fats and contains no cholesterol. Perhaps these families can inspire your family. Puritan knows you're fighting serum cholesterol. Puritan wants you to win.
If your husband is doing as well as you told me, how come he makes you use these little bits of soap?
Mom, this is our Safeguard. It's little because it's our favorite soap.
Oh, I tried that.
If you tried Safeguard, you'd probably still be using it.
I'm sure I tried it.
I'm sure you haven't.
Well, Grandma, there's only one way to find out.
I don't remember it smelling this fresh, but I bet it doesn't have the protection my soap has.
Wrong, Mom. You can't buy soap with more deodorant protection than Safeguard.
Check the lather, Grandma.
Incredible. Most soaps don't lather up this rich, even when they're big.
But, Mom, I thought you said you tried Safeguard.
Your little Safeguard is so good. If I tried it once, wouldn't I still be using it?
Just try Safeguard. See if it doesn't become the smallest soap in your house.
You awake?
Mm-hmm.
What are you thinking about?
Well, it ain't about chocolate cake.
Like, what's going to happen?
Well, the next step is up to David Cameron and the CEA, but there's only one thing possible they can do.
Open the safe.
We have to know what's in it. We can't wait until Skylar Whitney becomes suspicious that we're interested in it.
Gonna need a search warrant.
No other choice.
What if you don't find anything in it?
Then we're back to square one with Ian Devereaux.
You won't have any trouble getting a search warrant, will you?
Not with anything as serious as this. I'm seeing Derek about it first thing in the morning.
How you doing in there? Do you have everything you need?
Yeah, everything but some electric rollers, some clips, some fingernail polish, some pins.
I'm sorry I'm so ill-equipped.
Well, it'll just have to do.
It'll do very nicely, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, I thought it might.
Never been able to understand the fascination that women have with wearing men's pajamas.
Oh, I think because they're so big and we look so cute in them.
Yes, you do. You feeling any warmer now?
Yep.
Here, champagne. This will do even more good for you than chicken soup. Here.
And it's very appropriate, too, since we're celebrating.
What exactly is it that we're celebrating?
My engagement to Ian Devereux, remember?
Oh, yeah. That's a lovely ring.
Well, he only buys the best.
Yeah, he's a very generous man, Ian is.
He's everything a girl could want.
Yeah. I can see now why you had to rush over here to tell me all about it.
Well, I thought you should be the first to know since you're his best friend.
Is that what he calls himself now?
Well, and I thought that you would be happy for me because you always seem to be so concerned about my future.
I think of nothing else.
So are you happy about this?
Oh, yeah. You know, I'd like to have a look at it, if you don't mind. See, I've always admired fine gems, and I just wanted to take a look at it.
Skylar, give me that ring back.
Another thing I've always wanted is monogrammed crystal, and if I can just get an... It's funny, it doesn't cut the glass.
Skylar, give me my ring.
Someone has committed fraud on my closest friend. I'm going to have to tell him about this. Someone sold him a rhinestone instead of a diamond. Or maybe he knew about it when he gave it to the scoundrel.
I knew about it when he gave it to me. It's one of those synthetic diamonds. I just told him to get this because I didn't want him to spend the money.
I see. Didn't I see that ring on your finger when we had dinner with Ian and his sister?
Skylar Whitney, I hate you. And if you don't believe that Ian Devereux asked me to marry him, you just call him right now and ask him.
I didn't know that Ian could afford a wife. As a matter of fact, I didn't think he could afford a wife at all, but especially one with your kind of tastes.
Well, you're wrong, because he has this big business deal going through, and after it goes through, he's going to have more money than you.
More money than me. Well, that should make you very happy. You'll have everything that you want.
That's right. Thanks for the drink. I'm going to leave.
Are you leaving in my pajamas?
Well, I couldn't very well leave without them, could I?
And where is it you're going to go?
I'm going to go to Ian's house and tell him yes.
You're ridiculous.
I am. I didn't know if I was going to accept his proposal before I came, but I decided I'm going to do it now.
I'm afraid I can't let you do that.
Why not?
I don't want you to marry Ian. I want you to marry me.
Diane Brock, don't treat your puppy like a dog. Hey, Steve Levitt, you're treating your puppy like a dog. Kit Miller, are you treating your puppy like a dog?
Oh, no. Dog food is for dogs. My puppy gets puppy food. Puppy Chow brand puppy food. I know puppies need more nutrition, and Purina Puppy Chow has it.
Good for you, Kit Miller.
No, good for him.
Don't treat your puppy like a dog, dog, dog.
No, no, no.
Give him Puppy Chow.
General Hospital, a chance to escape becomes a test of love.
Holly, it's not too late for you to turn back.
Just run right now?
If you need to do that, I'll stall them. I'll give you plenty of time to get away.
General Hospital.
Cole?
Just chill.
You're thinking too much about tomorrow.
Yes, I am. I'm thinking about what's going to happen, what it's going to be like when the police tells Sky Whitney to open that safe.
Well, he's not going to like it much, but it has to be done.
You're going to be there, aren't you?
David asked me to. I thought it would be a good idea.
Yes, of course it would.
And I have to admit to a great deal of curiosity.
Me too. But, honey, personally, I hope you don't find anything in the safe, and I hope that Mr. Pascal just turns out to be a thief.
I'm surprised you feel so strongly about it. I didn't think that you liked Sky Whitney all that much.
He is Geraldine's nephew, and I don't think she'd feel too comfortable knowing that he engaged in acts of treason.
Yes, that's reason enough. And there's someone else it would affect very much. A Raven.
It's so ironic. I mean, she was so much against it. She refused to have anything to do with spies. But she just maybe, without knowing it.
just knew you couldn't live without me.
You know, Raven, that's one of the things I admire most about you. Your humility.
I love you. We're going to have a wonderful life together.
I think we might, Kathy.
You know, Ann, I had my physical today.
Oh?
Doc says everything's great, and I have a lot to thank you for.
Really?
Really? When I stopped smoking,
Mm-hmm.
when I had to lose those 20 pounds,
Mm-hmm.
cut down on fats and cholesterol,
Mm-hmm.
you made it all so easy.
For years, Dick and Ann have followed a low-fat, low-cholesterol diet, and Fleischmann's margarine has been part of it. Fleischmann's margarine, 100% corn oil, 0% cholesterol.
And you're terrific.
Beautiful women of the world, beautiful women of the world, with beautiful skin, created by Pond's.
Pond's Cold Cream. It's the beautiful cleanser that helps make women beautiful, because it deep cleans skin and softens skin so beautifully.
Beautiful women of the world, with beautiful skin, created by Pond's.
This is Frank Gifford. Tomorrow, the Oak Ridge Boys and the cast of Gilligan's Island. Next week, Martin Sheen and Cher on Good Morning America.
Always on my mind.
Tonight, Henry's father arrives, and Muriel's mother disappears in a fouled-up Thanksgiving Day celebration on Too Close for Comfort. Then, Molly is furious when Auntie's dinner date from college is a 35-year-old divorcee on It Takes Two.
Do you think we might wake up someday and be aware of all the games people
Thanksgiving night, food expert Craig Claiborne shares some tasty secrets. Plus, why have thousands of deaf children lost the chance to overcome their handicap? And Broadway's incredible Andrew Lloyd Webber, the man who created Jesus Christ Superstar, now dazzles you with Cats on 2020 tonight.
Levitt's Furniture's big after-holiday sale is this Friday and Saturday only, 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. Save 15% off everything in stock at Levitt's after-holiday sale.
This is Storm Field in the Eyewitness Newsroom. The Reagan administration is getting ready to serve up a stunning new tax plan for the holiday, a proposal to tax the people who can least afford to pay. We'll have that story for you, and we'll have this report.
I'm Maxine Black. If you're wondering how your favorite daytime television stars are spending their off hours this Thanksgiving, have we got a scoop for you tonight on the 5 o'clock Eyewitness News.
Also, Bullwinkle's Unhappy Thanksgiving on the 5 o'clock Eyewitness.